Hey guys, how we doing? We're back. Today we're going to be looking at some graphs to show us who is statistically one of the best pitchers in baseball between the years 2017 and till present day. I have a few graphs I combined here for a class of mine that helped us look at lowest batting average. We're going to look at also the lowest exit velocity, along with and the lowest on base percentage. And those are three things that I think as a pitcher you want to excel at. And you're going to be surprised at who is potentially the best pitcher in baseball. But before we get started, I took all this information from MLB Savant, which I'll show now. And then, if you guys didn't know about it, it's a place where you can see a bunch of different stuff. Honestly, you can see where pitchers pitch the most to different hitters. You can see hot spots for different hitter zones. You can also see statistics dating back from when that pitcher started. It's basically a great spot to learn about the game of baseball from the metric-driven side. So let's get started with the first graph here. I'm looking at the lowest average, or the lowest batting average, and seeing who's topping the top of the chart. So basically it's going down from who has the lowest batting average to the highest batting average. And these are the top pitchers in Major League Baseball since 2017. So as we can see, the top three are Lamet, Sale, and Woodruff. And so kind of just to break it down for you, we all know we got the superstar studs like DeGrom, Verlander, Maeda, you know what I'm saying? But I want you guys to pay attention to two in particular as we move forward, and that's Maeda and DeGrom. And those two guys are going to be the top of my charts, and it's going to come down to who may be the best between those two and why. So as you can see here, we have a small little graph showing, okay, they're not necessarily in the top 5, but they're in the top 10. And with Lamet, Dinelson Lamet, with his nasty slider and 100-mile-per-hour fastball, it doesn't really surprise me. Let's keep moving forward. So now we're looking at the lowest exit velocity, so how slow the ball comes after that. And this is an average between all the top pitchers in baseball, basically. And we want to be able to not give up hard hit balls. And if we can do that, we're in a great spot. And so if we take a look here, we have Maeda, 85 miles per hour average contact, and that's great because we know that his stuff sinks, it moves, it cuts. He's got a bunch of good stuff moving around. And if we look for our guy DeGrom, he's at 86. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see a lot of the same names appearing over and over again because all these guys, you know, obviously if you're that good, you should be in the same category as these different guys. And so as you can see here, 85, and it keeps going up. We have this chart that goes all the way up with, who would have known Bumgarner has one of the top, you know, he's given up a lot of hard hits, you know, but he's a lefty, you know, doesn't throw as hard as he used to. But you can, you know, when it comes into barrels to righties, you can see that maybe he gets hit harder now, you know what I'm saying? So this is just a cool little graph you can get from like MLB Savant, you know, you can actually make yourself and see like statistically who are the best players. And so let's continue moving forward to sheet 3. So basically, you know, I think, you know, if you're getting low launch angles, basically the type of angle you attack the baseball with, then you actually, you know, you're able to tell like, hey, like, am I actually getting hit hard and getting hit far? So I think it's a good thing to look at launch angle and see average launch angle for different pitchers because it really, so basically they're getting hit with a launch angle that's about like 17 to 18. They have higher launch angles, and that's why you can tell like Max Scherzer's been giving up like hella home runs, and he's had problems with the long ball, and that the information is telling us right here, which is the crazy part. And you still have Bauer and Cole who do get hit hard, and when they do, you know, it's usually with the long ball. You know what I'm saying? So like these are this is a graph that shows like, you know what, like these guys actually have problems you can see on paper, and they can see, and they try to implement and fix. And when we go to our last little visualization here is on base percentage. And I wanted to keep this graphic very simple because it let us know that, you know what, like these are the top guys. You know, you don't really want to do too much with this because you just want to see it. All right, who's the best at the top, and then it'll scroll down. And Maeda is there once again. You know what I'm saying? Like he's slept on. I think he's slept on. You know, the numbers are just talking to me about him. And it's crazy because you still got the same guys, DeGrom, Verlander, Sale. They're all in that top category, but all these guys are slept on. And we see, and these are the top pitchers in baseball. You know what I'm saying? And so you can tell just from like the first 10 that there are reoccurring names. And that's the theme here. We want to see who are the best guys in baseball, and they're consistently proving themselves. And just to wrap it up, we have this full dashboard here to show us, all right, now we can really break it down. Who's the best? So we're looking at it. We look here and we look at the on-base percentage, Maeda is leading. Once again, the lowest average, Lamet is leading. And the lowest EV, Maeda is leading, excuse me. And so you can tell, from my perspective, and what surprised me is Kenta Maeda is putting up great numbers, especially being in Minnesota. Like, if you can put up numbers like that and be one of the best in the baseball with nobody really giving a little ring to your name, it's kind of suspect. Is Kenta Maeda the best pitcher in Major League Baseball? I don't know.